Happening now, the Lubbock Planning and Zoning Commission is beginning its meeting. It's set to consider a request to change the zoning on property near Texas Tech for student housing.
A similar request was denied by a vote of 6-3 back in November. KCBD News Channel 11's Case Wilbanks was at that meeting and is there again tonight. Case?
Yeah, Karen and Abner, this is going to be a public hearing for this zoning change, this zoning request. Both sides are going to get their chance to make their argument, make their case to the commission before those commissioners voice their opinion and cast their vote whether or not to allow this apartment complex to be built on 19th and 20th Streets just west of University. This is the second to last item on the agenda. This might be a long night here. Back in November, there wasn't a vote until the 10 o'clock hour. That's all going to depend on the previous agenda items as well as how long folks will be speaking tonight. But as we reported last night, the Tech Terrace Neighborhood Association is expected to focus on a legal argument, saying that this request itself going before the commission is too quick after the developer was denied the change and withdrew their case before the city council took it up. They're citing the zoning code, saying there should have been a 12-month waiting period. They're still opposed as well to the multi-story building on the 19th Street side, saying it's too big and will add traffic to the area as well as a strain on infrastructure. Now, the landowner George Hardberger, who we spoke to last night, says the plans have been changed enough to request this zoning change again, saying there's been a 20% reduction in the occupancy, about 600 beds now, and he disagrees that this will be a traffic issue, saying he's had a consultant do a traffic study and TxDOT has signed off on it as well. He says the development on the 20th Street side has changed from apartments or several stories of apartments to homes that he believes will fit into the Tech Terrace neighborhood a little bit better. Now, he also believes this is just the right development, and if not this, the current zoning allows for many other things, including a car lot, a fast food restaurant, as well as a bar. Now, we'll see who wins over the commission tonight or if this will get a vote itself. Either way, the city council does have the final word on zoning issues like this, and that'll come at a later meeting. But of course, we'll be here tonight bringing the latest developments as they happen. Karen and Abner.
Thank you, Case.